What's up guys, Brennan here. Today I'm going to be showing you a tutorial for the song Skin by Bladee. I did a cover up on my channel a few weeks back, so if you guys want to check that out, you can click right here. So this version I'm going to teach you today is very similar to my cover. I did change the left hand just a little bit, but other than that, it's pretty much the exact same. So we're going to get right into it. Let's start with the little intro before the main part of the song. You're going to have in your left hand your thumb here on E and your middle finger here on B. You're going to start here and go like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you're going to jump up here and do the same thing with your thumb here on D sharp and your middle finger here on G sharp. So it's going to be like this. So you start here, jump up here, and then the one that you end on, you're actually going to go down here and start on it and do the same thing. So G sharp and C sharp. It's going to be like this. So it's going to be like this. And then you're going to jump up here to A and move your middle finger here to E and go like this. So you're still doing that 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So all together it would sound like this. Take a second and just practice doing that. As far as the pedal work on this part, if you're not familiar with the piano pedal, I have a video which you can check out right here that explains the whole idea. But what you're going to do is press down on the pedal when you first start playing, and start playing the first part. Lift off the pedal and push back down for the second part. Lift and push back down. Lift and push back down. So it'll be like this. Push down. Lift, push down. Lift, push down. Lift, push down. And you do that for the entire intro. So the next part of the intro I'm going to show you is very similar to the first one we learned, but a little bit different at the end. So you do the whole starting here. That's the same. Then you jump up here. That's the same. Instead of going down here, you're going to stay up here, but move your thumb. So you were first playing this. Now you're going to move your thumb. Keep this one the same. And then jump and move your thumb again to B. Keep this the same. So from the top, I'll play the whole intro for you. This next part of the song, I will tell you that the left hand is pretty freaking hard. So I'm going to try and teach you as best I can, but just bear with me. You may have to go over this a few times and rewatch my video and practice it, because it will take a little bit of getting used to with the timing of everything. But like I said, I'm going to try and teach it to you best I can. So we're going to get right into it. Start with your pinky here on E. Pointer finger here on B, and your thumb here on E. So you're going to have to stretch a little bit, so definitely practice stretching. Okay? I'm going to be going back and forth like this. And then again. So it's best to count 1, 2, 3, 4. Then again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're going to be going back and forth like that throughout the whole song. So just know that you should end on 4. So 1, 2, 3, go back down, 4. Now practice that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You should always be ending on here at 4. So after you do that, then you're going to move your hands up here. So your pinky on G sharp, your pointer finger here on D sharp, and your thumb here on G sharp. So like this. And you're going to do the same thing I just taught you earlier. 1, 2, 3, 4, go back. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I just want you to take a minute to practice going back and forth over and over like this. And then do the same thing with this. Because you're going to be doing this throughout the entire song. So once you have that down, we're going to get into the right hand. So I'm just going to show you. So that's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Let's go over it again, but slower. And you hold that one. Then you go up here to B. Let's go over it one more time. Hold it. Then up to B. Hold it. Okay? Play the fourth one of this. So you're going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you hold it. That is when you move in the left hand. Okay? So let's go over this pretty slow. Switch. Let's go over it again from the top. Switch. One more time. So you're doing this down here. It's easiest to count to 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's one time. That's the second time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now you add in the right hand. Switch. Now you go back down here, and this is when you start on the B. So it's like this, same thing as we just learned. The best way to learn this timing is to just watch me do it over and over and over. I find that that's the easiest way. Let's go over this part that I'm teaching you one more time. Switch. Switch. So when you're going, as soon as you hit that is when you switch. Let's move on to the next part, which is when he starts singing, okay? Let's start with the right hand. This first one you're gonna hit 7 times, and it's gonna be like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then you're gonna go B, A, G sharp. So let's try that from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. B, A, G sharp. Then you're gonna go so let's go over this one more time. So after you do the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, then you go. Left hand pretty much stays the same except for the amount of times that you stay before you move, okay? So you're gonna do it, this is one whole time. So that's once, then you do it 2, 3, 4. From the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. You want to be ending here. Then you move up here and do that 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Instead of 2 times, like you were at the beginning, you're doing it 4 times. So let's try and put these two together. 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that was what it normally sounds like at normal speed. So now let's slow it down a little bit to see if you guys can get the hang of this timing. If you need to slow down the video, like put it at half speed and just practice that stuff over and over and over again until you get it, that is gonna have to be how you learn the song, because it definitely took me like learning something over and over and over and over and over on this song until I finally got it. So, all right, let's do this second half here of what we just learned of the vocals. So he pretty much does that throughout the whole song. The only time he changes the vocals is this part right here, which I'll show you. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The only thing to remember is when you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The 4, 5, 6 is a little quicker than the other one. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's play that part together. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So when you go up to this one is when you switch in the left hand. So let's try that again. So it's, and then you switch. Okay? So I'm going to go over the left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then you go. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. So all together. So let's try that all together. Then you switch. Don't worry if you're not doing it the same every single time, because the way that Blade's style is he kind of does these little like embellishments where if you're playing it like an extra time, like say you do it 9 times, like don't worry about it because it kind of adds to the sound. So anyway, I'm just gonna go over that one more time. So when you're on the last time and you're ending on this note is when you switch. So let's do it over again. Then you go back. Same thing all over again. The main thing is when you go, is when you should be playing this last round here. So it should be like this. Then you switch. Okay, hopefully I'm making sense. Like I said, this timing is a little tricky, but it just takes practice. And like I said, with Blade's style, you can kind of just improvise on the lyrical melody part as long as you keep the left hand the same. Okay, so he does that about like 6 to 10 times in the song, and then he gets onto the part that I already taught you, which was the only thing is in my cover, I actually do what's called octaves. So instead of doing it on one part down here, like you find the same one up here and you stretch your thumb and your pinky and you play it at the same time, all the same notes. So it'd be like this. You're you're newer to piano, this is like kind of a long ways to stretch. So it will take some practice to take your thumb and stretch it all the way up here. So if you want to just do it this way, like I taught you at the beginning, be my guest. But if you want to add in the what's called the octaves, because it's 8 more spots up here, this is the same note A as this one. Okay, so I can teach you guys that part real quick with the octaves. For those of you that want to do just the one finger, then you would just do the part that I taught you earlier. Okay, so let's get into the octave part. And he does this several times. Like I said, feel free to put the video at half speed if you guys are still trying to get the hang of this timing. It is pretty tricky, and it took me a while to practice until I could finally get it right. And when I kind of try and slow it down to teach you, I lose the timing myself. So hopefully you guys are following along with me here. So we're almost done. There is just a little other part that I'm going to teach you, which is at the very end. So you're going to start with where the left hand stays the same, but the right hand, we're going to do something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you're playing with your pinky D sharp here. So it would sound like this. Okay? And you're staying here on this one 4 times like we learned. Okay, so let's go over that again. Then you go up here. So instead of playing this one, you're just going to move your pinky all the way up here to F sharp. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's just try the right hand on its own for a second. Then you go. And then the last one you do is so your hand's gonna have to stretch a little bit, but you're gonna play G sharp up here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's incorporate the left hand here. Let's just go over it. Switch. Then you switch. So basically you go and then what I did in the covers, I went back down. So you know how you went, then you go, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you go down. And you do the same thing. Well, every time you move from one of these to the next evolution, so then you switch in the left hand. So I hope I'm not sounding too confusing. Let's just go over it a few times and then you guys can practice it on your own. If you have any questions in the comments, just let me know. But I am trying my best to teach it as easy as possible. And I find that this is the kind of easiest way to learn it. So let's just start from the top. Switch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Back down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you just keep doing that over and over. And that's pretty much the end of the song. The only hard part is he does switch back and forth between things that I already taught you, which, like I said, the cool thing about Bladee and the cool thing about this song is you can kind of improvise on the parts because they all really flow together. But just for the sake of getting the hang of the initial order of things, I'm going to go through and play everything that I taught you today. And then you can kind of do it in a similar way, okay? guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful to you. If you guys have any questions, I'll definitely try and help in the comment section below. Just drop those down for me. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I do new videos every single week. Just recently hit 600 subscribers, which is amazing. So thank you guys very much. Yeah, have a good day.